I am with Arts for Life. I'm an art teacher at Mission Hospital in Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome to Midweek Masterpiece. Today we are going to be making diffusion paper flowers. These are what they look like. They're made out of coffee filters and some really simple materials, and I can show you how to make them. First of all, I want to say that on Arts for Life, we always believe that art is for everyone. So I hope you'll join me in making these flowers. So I'll show you what we need. First, to make these flowers, they are made out of coffee filters. So a really easy type of coffee filter are the basket ones that perhaps you have in your house. We'll just take these and just use a couple of them. We will also need markers. I have all the rainbow colors. I have thick markers. You can also use skinny markers. You can also use highlighters if you don't have markers. Anything that is water-based, we don't want permanent markers because we're going to make the colors bleed onto the coffee filters. The next thing we'll need is just any old piece of paper. This is a kind of a thicker piece of paper. You can use printer paper, just anything you have. The next thing we'll need is a pipe cleaner. If you don't have a pipe cleaner, don't worry. If you do have a pipe cleaner, you can pick any color. This will be the stem of our flower, but as you see, we can use orange or any other color that you have. So if you don't have a pipe cleaner, we have an easy substitution. If you can go outside and just find a stick, something kind of sturdy. If it's straight, that's cool, but if it's not, that's fine too, because there's really no straight lines in nature. So anything that you can find in the yard that's kind of a stick will work. And then if you go in your kitchen, and you might have a baggie tie from a bread bag or some sort of something like that. So a baggie tie and a stick. That is our alternative for the pipe cleaner. So one of those. And then the last material we'll need, or tool we'll need, will be a spray bottle. But don't worry, if you don't have a spray bottle, you could use an old cleaning bottle that I would ask an adult to make sure that it's rinsed out well and washed. Then you could use that to spray your water. And if you even don't have that, you could use a paintbrush or just a bowl of water, and you could sprinkle the water on top of the piece. So to get started, I will change the camera and I'll show you the materials again, and we'll get going. All right, this is, we're going to make diffusion paper flowers. So I've got the finished, these are our examples. What you will need, again, is coffee filters. I'm just going to peel off 2 of them. 1, 2. You can use extras if you want to make more flowers. You can make a little bouquet of flowers, but we'll start with 2. We have our plain piece of paper. We're going to lay the coffee filters on top, flatten them out. They kind of spring back, but that's okay. Again, we have our markers. I've got all different colors. Whatever colors you have are perfect. And then we've got to the side, to be ready, we've got either our pipe cleaner or our stick and our baggie tie. And then right beside me, I have my spray bottle. You could also, when we get to the later steps, you could make a little bowl of water that you could sprinkle water from if you don't have a spray bottle. All right, I think you can see that pretty well. So to make our rainbow flower, we're going to start with the outside. It's a ring of red that we're going to put around the edge. If you want to make a different color flower, please use your creativity. You can put any color you like. It's nice to put a little bit of a bright color on the edge, because see how it looks so cool? It's pretty dark on the edge. You could start drawing with any color on the edge. So I'm going to demonstrate the rainbow flower. So I'll pick up my red. Red is the first color of the rainbow. It's that outside band. And we're making broad strokes. You don't need to color in every bit of white, because we will spray water on this, and that will help all the color fill in the white spaces. All right, who knows what the next color of the rainbow is? That's right, orange. Let's go a circle around with the orange. Now I have both my coffee filters stacked up so that this color might bleed through, but most likely we'll need to go through and color the filter below in the next step. Don't worry about that right now. I just wanted to let you know that we have 2 coffee filters stacked up. Okay, what's next? Yellow. You're right. This is just the traditional rainbow order. You can make your own rainbow order. And then green. And then blue. Blue's my favorite color. What's your favorite color? Next, purple. It's okay if the colors overlap a little bit, and it's totally okay to scribble. This is a good time to scribble. Okay, our top one is ready. Let's see if it went through to the bottom one. Not as much. That's okay, but let's get some good marker colors onto here. I'm going to do the same pattern on the one below. Are you coloring along with me? I hope so. Now when we finish, I would love to see what yours looks like, and you'll have a chance to post a picture of your art in our comment section. Okay, next we've got green. We're almost there. Hang tight, because what's coming is a really exciting part that kids love. Adults too. I'm an adult and I love to do art. All right. We'll add the purple. And I'll let you know the reason that this is called Diffusion paper flowers is because coffee filters have a special kind of paper. It's a different texture than like printer paper, and when we put water on it, it lets the water bleed through. The same way as when you make coffee, it kind of bleeds through. So that's why it's called diffusion. You call it diffusion when the colors move through the paper. Okay, now we have 2 completely colored coffee filters. We're going to stack them up on top of our paper. Grab your water bottle with a sprayer. If you don't have that, grab a small bowl and you can sprinkle water. Okay, here we go. Now, I know when you get your own sprayer, it's really exciting and you want to cover the whole thing in water. But let's take it easy first. Let's start with 3 sprays, okay? Now watch what happens to the marker. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Let's do 3 more. Are you seeing anything happen? Do you see how the green's coming through here? There's a dry spot there. Let me get that. 1, 2, 3. I love these little green lines coming out into the yellow. See how it's starting to spread around? If you see any dry spots, you can get those now. 1, 2, here's another, 3. Looking good. All right. So in order for us to work with this to make it into a flower, we do need to let it dry. This is a good time to pause your video and set your piece under in a warm place or outside in the sun and let it dry. Now, because we're on a video and I am prepared for you, I have some that are already dried and ready to go. This is dry and ready to go. So see how the colors all blend together? That's called diffusion. Whenever I pick up the coffee filters, we have a bonus piece of art, which is this little piece. You can set that aside. You could draw on it. You can make it into a card for somebody. It's just a nice little fun pattern that was made. All right, so we have our filters and I'm going to show you how to make them into a flower. Let's start with the traditional way, and that is where we're going to use the pipe cleaner. Now first, you're going to take your coffee filters, stack one on top of the other, and it looks like a pizza. Imagine it's a pizza. Now fold it in half. And then make a crease with your finger. Now we're going to fold it in half one more time. It looks like a really big piece of pizza. If it was big, you know what I mean. Okay, now fold in half again. Move the straight edge by the straight edge. Again, there, make another crease. Again, put this straight edge to this straight edge. And it looks like a really skinny little piece of pizza. Crease there. Now, this is ready to attach to the pipe cleaner. I'm holding toward the tip, laying the pipe cleaner across. I'm pinching there. Bend the pipe cleaner around it, and then bend the long side of the pipe cleaner around it. We want this to be really tight, so do it a couple times. Now, make sure it stays, kind of stays. Now, all of this works because this is pretty dry. If it's too wet, it might be floppy, and you can come back to it when it's a little more dry. The next part is we're going to make it into a flower by separating the edges. So we're kind of like gently pulling apart all the layers. And just every time you see another layer, just gently separate it. Looks like a very big flower to me. That's pretty cool. You can pull this apart. So you can leave it like that with real smooth edges like this, or you can come back and crunch it. Kind of crunch it, crunch, crunch. Separate it like that. So there's one version of our flower. Awesome, cool. Now I'll show you how to do it on a stick, just in case you don't have a pipe cleaner. I have another pattern that I did. Just like, you can do this, just any kind of crazy pattern, color in sections, something like that. So to show you the stick, I'll use these, and these are already dried. Got my stick and I've got my baggie tie. Same folding method. Let's fold in half. Fold in half. Once again, we're putting the straight edge to the straight edge, like that. Crease, straight edge to the straight edge, crease. One more time. Straight edge to the straight edge, crease the last time. So this is ready to attach to the stick. Put it across like this, holding with my right hand, and you lay the baggie tie across it, wrap the baggie tie around it, and squeeze so it's kind of tight. Twist, twist again, and then you might like bend these back and to the front. It doesn't really matter with that. Now look at that. Isn't that cool? You can pull apart the sections. That's what turns it into a flower. Separate here. Separate here. Here. Starting to look like a flower. Now remember, everybody makes art differently, and if yours looks different than this, that is perfectly great. I would love to see what yours look like. Just post a picture of your flowers when you get them finished in the comment section below. And then this is ready, and the stem for that is a stick, and that worked out cool. I really like that actually. You could crunch it if you want, scrunch it up. Now look, we have made 2 diffusion paper flowers. That was a really quick project using very simple materials. All right, I will meet you in just a second and we'll say goodbye. All right, thank you for tuning in for Midweek Masterpiece with Arts for Life, our virtual studio. I hope that you enjoyed creating with me today. I sure enjoyed creating with you. And if you would like to show what you made, again, comment below. You can put a picture of what you made, a video, or just tell me about it if you can't do that. Yeah, just let me know how it went. We would love to hear from you. And remember that art is for everyone. Keep making art and have fun. Bye-bye.